Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Tonight, the wife's watching that bloody midwife programme on BBC One, so I thought, sod that, I'm coming downstairs and doing a review. Oh, so I don't have to watch it. Especially when it's a beautiful woman who's female on the outside and male on the inside. You know, there's some things I just don't need to know in life. See enough of life as it is, don't need to know anything about that. But anyway, so was in Home Bargains yesterday and got a tiger bear off the shelves. Not much on there recently. It's a bit barren. You know, Home Bargains and B&M Bargains are definite places for us beer drinkers to and wine drinkers as well, to be fair, to get beers and wines, ciders and lagers that we wouldn't normally see. You know, good review products. And yesterday I got a tiger off there, nothing else that floated the boat. There were some cans, but don't want to be buying 4 cans when I really want one for review purposes. I'm not a total alcoholic. No, that's what I tell myself. So I'm going past this trolley there. So, as I used to work on the Beers and Wines and Spirits department, I'm a nosy bleeder. I looked on this trolley and there's a Alska lemon and ginger cider. Now Alska is the brand I'm sure that Audi have on their shelves. Swedish cider, as Kopparberg is, and that other brand, I can't remember the truffin name. Record liggers as well, Kopparberg record. So Swedish cider seems to be the big thing. So it's lemon and ginger cider. It's vegan and gluten free. So, you know, it ticks the boxes for a lot of people. Standard 4% volume, as most ciders are. Don't know why, you know. The scrumpy ciders and the traditional ciders, they certainly aren't 4%. So we'll give it a pour. There's no reviews. I can't give you any reviews on the internet. I've seen one on YouTube, but I'm not going to look at somebody else's YouTube review. It's bad enough looking at my own reviews and seeing how I talk and think to myself, God blimey, you sound different. So, as you can see, it's got an head that's, you know, nearly as big as my own. Colour, straw coloured. Lots of carbonation and lacing, as you could expect. You know, it's a fizzy drink. It's going to have lots of that. So the head's going down nicely. Oh, I love ginger. But I can taste this. I can smell the ginger. I can smell the lemon. So, does what it says on the tin. You know, we buy drinks. We only want what it says on the tin. That's what we go for. But if there's something extra there that we haven't tried for, then that's all to the good. Now this Alska brand, I'm sure Alska is Audi's brand. Let me tap in Alska cider. Yes, Audi, and also Iceland. Iceland have a lot of this Alska brand. So it was 99 pence a bottle. So if you see it in your local Home Bargains, I got some before you, maybe not. But yesterday it wasn't dressed on the shelves because it was on a trolley. I got it off the trolley. Yeah, raided a bottle. I thought, yes, you bastard, and took the bottle. So look at that, lovely, lovely colour, lovely carbonation. Oh, just the right amount of lemon and ginger. Not too much lemon. Ginger is adequate. You know, it blends well. If you're not a ginger fan and you see this lemon and ginger, oh, do I really want ginger? No, you'll be fine. If you're a ginger lover, you might not be so happy because it's not fiery ginger. Certainly ginger there, so it's a pleasant ginger rather than a fiery ginger, and a pleasant lemon rather than too much lemon, because too much lemon, oh. But oh, really nice taste. Just looking on their website, see if I can bring something up. Gives you the full bump about their love. Born in 2012, the Alska brand. So it's not been around as long as the likes of Copperberg and McCordley, because they were around. Well, when I first got to Sainsbury's, they were there. They were there before the likes of Strombo's Fruit Cider, which came in about 2013. Fruit Cider came out. The Citrus Wave was about 6 months later, but didn't last long. Not as popular as the likes of. So they do a strawberry and lime cider, which is absolutely mint. But it's not a strawberry and lime, it's not mint. They do a passion fruit apple cider, that's very nice as well, both in bottle and whatever. An apple, cinnamon and winter spices cider. Oh, that is down Raggy Avenue. But sadly I've not seen it. Nordic berries cider. I know Aldi still do that now. Don't know if I've had it or not, I can't remember. Kiwi lime cider, I've definitely drank that before. Lemon ginger cider. So, not a lot of brands really. Copperberg seems to have a lot more in there. You know, they've got that cloudberry or whatever it's called. So, yeah, fruit ciders these days, massively popular. Definitely more for ladies. It's a good introduction for ladies because, let's be fair, cider, you need it, like all brands, all alcoholic brands need an introduction. Same with wines, same with spirits. You need an introduction layer. Some people can jump straight in, top end, you know, like whiskies, straight into the big whiskies, drinking them. Some people need to be cushioned in, you know, same with wines. You need to be cushioned in. Jump on the rosé wines first, then onto the whites, then onto the reds, you know. That's how a lot of people progress. Same with lagers, you start at the nasty ones and you go to the less nasty and then you go to the more decent ones. Same with real ales, you'll probably start off with bitters such as John Smith's, Caffrey's, Tetley's and that sort of thing. Whilst there's Caffrey's and Tetley's, they're still very popular these days. But maybe to more the traditional drinkers that have been drinking them for 30 or 40 years rather than today's more, I'm not saying more, you know, the drinkers that are used to the different flavours, you know. It's all about flavour. A lot of people these days don't want the flavours, you know, that's perfect for them. But for those that do want flavour, you know, we need to evolve in that respect, although it's still nice to have traditional because you don't want to lose the traditional ways and traditional flavours. So a good balance across, you know, as Thanos wanted, he wanted the balance in the universe. Well, it applies to spirits and beers and whatnot. At the moment, there's far too much on the gin side and far too little on everything else. Gin, it's like gin has took over the spirit world and everything else is on the other side. It's, you know, it's amazing how trends change. But anyway, back to this. I do waffle on, I know. I'm not watching that rubbish upstairs. Not watching the woman who's got man's bits. It's just not good. Although I suppose, you know, yeah, from another point of view, yeah, let's not go down that road. Yeah, still carbonating niceness, still lacing around the edges. The head's gone, but we know that with ciders. You don't get a head for very long on ciders. Definitely lemon is more prevalent in the taste. The ginger's there, but the lemon is stopping the ginger from being too fiery and overtaking. What it is a very nice, pleasant cider, you know, that's got the lemon and ginger, but balanced brilliantly, you know. It's not too much in one direction, not too much in the other direction. Good balance, good blending, you know. And that's the key, isn't it? It's getting that blend right. I mean, I'd like to see a butterscotch beer, a full-on butterscotch beer. But you've got to be careful not to have it too sweet because that will put off a lot of people. And not too much the other way. And that's where master brewers and people who do all the brewing, that's where their taste buds, and those who have got the taste buds that exceed ours, that certainly exceed mine, you know, can pick out the subtleness and just, you know, just change the ingredients just that little bit, just to make the end product more available to the masses, because like anything, if you're the maker, you need it to sell to the masses rather than to the small amount of people, you know, or to at least that niche that you're looking at. Like a lot of people wouldn't never touch the sour beers, but there is a part of the population that absolutely love sour beers and absolutely love hoppy beers. So, you know, it's playing to them, but also trying to bring new people in. But anyway, yes, very nice cider. Very impressed with the Alska brand. Obviously not as massive over as what your Copperbergs and Recorderligs are. But when Aldi's gone mainstream with it, not Lidl, they've got their own thing. That's Sotma. That's it. Nowhere near as nice. And Iceland, I've also gone with this Alska brand. Just goes to show you what a good brand. To me, just as good as Copperberg and Recorderlig. Just as good. Very nice. Good packaging. Doesn't really say too much, but I suppose it doesn't really need to. Says it all on the front, lemon and ginger cider. It doesn't need to have some rubbish telling it it's come from, it's been brought up in some horrible place, and then it was, you know, some stories. We don't need the stories too much with some beers and lagers. I understand that, like Brewdog, they've got their thing where they have to have massive stories behind everything. There's no need, you know. The main thing, does it taste good? And that's a yes, very much so. Absolutely spot on, bob on the nail. No doubt about it. An absolutely superb drink, and I'm bloody glad I found it, because with Own Bargains and B&M, if you're not going in on a weekly or 2 weekly basis, you are missing out on a lot of decent beers. These fellas, it's their thing to buy beers that are going out of date at other places, at breweries, you know, beers that may not have hit the big supermarkets yet. So they're buying them at a cheap price to sell, to get them out into the public. Then all of a sudden you see them at Sainsbury's, Asda, Tesco's, and it's happened with a lot of beers. Some absolute champion beers of Britain. Mordew's Wiki Ticket, or Wookie Ticket, I'm not sure what it's called. Fantastic beer. That's to name but one. But there's been so many good beers that have come out at these places. Never heard of them. You drink them, you think, bloody hell, these are fantastic. So this is one that you'll see, I reckon, in one of the big supermarkets soon. Oh, that was nice. So, out of 5, I love ginger. That is a spot on ginger cider. Not too much ginger, like I said. The lemon was nice without being overly lemon. The blending, spot on. If it was from a fridge, it'd be so crisp, so refreshing. Exactly what a good cider should do. So out of 5, I'm going to give it a whopping 4.6. Very close. It must be in the top 10 because I haven't done that many cider reviews, to be fair. Yeah, absolutely lovely cider. I must do some more cider reviews in the long term. Yeah, definitely one for the collection. And keep your eye out on that in the main stores. It's definitely coming. Beautiful. Thanks for watching. See you soon. And bloody hell, 14 minutes. Don't know, yak.